Hey, what's up guys? This is Dave, the Skin King from AcneErasingSecrets.com. It's been like 3 weeks, or 2 weeks and a half, 2.5 weeks since I made a video. And I've been really busy lately and doing a bunch of different things. The blog, the Acne Erasing Secrets blog, AcneErasingSecrets.com/blog is complete, and well, pretty much complete. And there's a few new writers on there that are writing some awesome posts. Kristen Cole, Nick Meyer, and another person coming on named Kyle Edmonds. Kristen just wrote a post the other day called Dry Brushing for Healthy Skin, I believe is what it's called. And it's an awesome post. If you haven't read it, check out AcneErasingSecrets.com/blog for that article along with other articles. But on to today's video. Today's video is, it's very philosophical, okay? Because I'm learning a lot still. I'm learning so much all the time, and I just want to share what I'm learning with you guys so that you can use it to effectively treat your acne and clear up your skin quicker. So recently, I've been learning a lot, obviously, about health and that kind of stuff, and just overall philosophy, I guess you could say. And one of the things I'm realizing more and more as of late is that you can't trust any one person with health advice. Now, people do this all the time. People, specifically in developed countries, America, Canada, Australia, England, Europe, wherever. A lot of developed countries, people have this belief that you should go to your health expert, aka doctor, and trust them. Now, my grandma thinks this way. My grandma's an awesome person. She'll probably never see this video, but if she does, hey grandma, I love you. But I don't agree with necessarily the way you view the world and putting all your trust into one doctor. Now, the reason why you shouldn't trust what one individual says, whether they're a doctor or not. I'm not a doctor, nor do I proclaim to be. I just play one on YouTube. Now, I'm not a brilliant genius. I do know a few things about health, and I do know a few things about skincare, but you shouldn't believe everything I say. You shouldn't believe everything a doctor says. You shouldn't believe everything a dermatologist says. You should do further research to find out and learn these things for yourself. Now, understanding that there is some room for error in everyone. No one's perfect. No one's a genius. There's health experts out there that are brilliant when it comes to health, but they're not in the best shape. They're not in great shape. They're a little bit, they're just not in good shape. But they're brilliant when it comes to health advice, but they're not in the best shape. So there's a little bit of conflicting things there. There's always conflicting things, and you have to understand and learn for yourself what's best for you. And that's going to be different than it is for everyone else. So something that works for me may not work for you. Something that works extremely well for me may only work okay or somewhat good for you. Something that doesn't work for me might work for you spectacularly. Like, it might just be the cure to everything in your entire life, including, everything. You don't know until you try it, and you don't know until you research it further. Now, with all this being said, don't put all your trust into one person, whether they're a doctor or not, whether they're an expert or self-proclaimed expert, or everyone's telling you they're an expert or not. You have to understand everyone has their own specialty. Now I'm going to go into talking about antibiotics and pharmaceutical drugs, antibiotics and pharmaceuticals. Now, the word antibiotic actually actually means anti-life. Biotic meaning life, anti meaning anti-life. An antibiotic is pretty much meant, the word itself means to get rid of life. Now, it's specifically tailored towards bacteria. Antibiotics are meant to kill bacteria in the body. Now, bacteria is something that causes acne, yes, and it is something that, if you have overgrowth of bacteria in the body, you don't want to have the overgrowth of bacteria. But when you have an overgrowth of bacteria, you have to look at what's causing the overgrowth of bacteria. Just like you have to look at what's causing obesity. You can't take someone who's obese and say, they're obese and, obesity is the problem, so let's give them pharmaceutical drugs because, that's going to solve the reason why they're obese. That's going to cure them of obesity. When you don't know what's causing the obesity, like if you don't know what's causing something, you can't fix it. If your car is broken, if your car doesn't start, you can't just, keep turning the key and, put more gas into it. Like if you put a shitload of gas, excuse my French, a shitload of gas into a car, right? And you keep putting gas into a car and you keep turning the key, but it's not starting. There's nothing there. It doesn't mean there's a problem with the car. Like you're looking at it the wrong way. You don't understand what the cause of the problem is, okay? So when there's a problem with something, you can't just expect to turn the key to fix it. You can't just turn the key to fix everything. It's not that simple, okay? And antibiotics and pharmaceutical drugs, for the most part, in my opinion, I'm not God, I'm not Jesus or Buddha or Allah or whoever you look up to. I'm not that person, but they do not look at the cause of the problem. Now, with that being said, I don't recommend any antibiotics or pharmaceutical drugs for anything. And specifically, I don't recommend for acne because there's a cause of acne, mainly being hormonal imbalance, pH imbalance, or bacterial overgrowth or imbalance in the body, which kind of ties back into a pH or hormonal imbalance within the body. The body's too acidic, it's lacking nutrients, there's a hormonal imbalance, and this all ties back into your diet. Now, what I find really interesting, really interesting, is the fact that if I go to a doctor or someone who's quote-unquote a health expert, and I say, doctor, Mr. Doctor, my grandfather was a doctor, by the way, Dr. King, his name was Dr. King, I swear to you, it's a true story. I go to my grandpa, let's say, and I'm like, Dr. King, I have acne, and I want to get rid of it. What do I do? And he's like, you can do this, and that. He gives you a couple antibiotic and, pharmaceutical options, whatever it may be. And you're like, okay, I'll think, you don't make any decisions yet because you're not that, you're smarter than making a decision right away. So you go home and do some research, right? You look it up online, you find this, and that about the information, and you read somewhere, maybe you see my videos and you see, my videos and some other videos on YouTube, and people are saying diet is related to acne and diet affects acne. You're like, this makes sense, right? If you eat junk food, you can become obese from that. If you eat junk food, you can get diabetes from that. If you, all these other things, like, diet is related to those things, but yet acne, like, if I eat junk food, like, that makes sense. Yeah, it can cause acne. So it makes sense, right? Like, logically, emotionally, psychologically, whatever you want to say, it makes sense. So you go back to your doctor and you're like, Dr. King, I have a question. I was reading online and blah, 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 diet is related to acne. And then he says, no, I'm Dr. King, diet's not related to acne. And I'm pretending I'm, my grandfather or someone crazy, like, a person of high, whatever, I don't know. Diet's not related to acne. No, that's rubbish. That's crazy. That's and they start trying to tell you you're stupid and crazy and retarded and out there and just you're crazy, right? You're crazy. There's no way diet's related to acne. And then this is the crazy part. This is what I didn't understand. And then the doctor will go and find the antibiotic that he would recommend for your acne, and then tries to prescribe it to you. Now, what I don't understand is this. What I really do not understand is this. What is a pill? What is an antibiotic? What is a pharmaceutical? What is that? It's food. It is food. Anything you ingest in your body is food. Food is just a term. It's a broad umbrella for a term of anything you put in your body. Supplements, minerals, herbs, vitamins, whatever. It's all food. You're putting it in your body, you're ingesting it. So if you're ingesting something, it's food. So at the end of the day, he's telling you that diet doesn't relate back to acne, it doesn't affect acne. Yet an antibiotic, which is food, it's not healthy or nutritious food, is going to cure your acne. This doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I do not understand this at all. Someone please explain this to me. Anyone, I don't care who you are. If you're a dermatologist, doctor, PhD, master's degree, I don't care what you are. Anything. I don't care if you have a degree or not. Explain this to me. This does not make sense. It doesn't add up. It does not make sense. And you'll find that in life, anywhere, in the health field specifically, or medical field I should say, health field is different than the medical field. Medical field is very traditional, very in a box, very closed, very unevolved in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm not godlike once again. But if someone's words do not align with their actions, there is a big problem there. If someone's words do not align with their actions, there's a big problem. Now, if a doctor tries to prescribe you an antibiotic or tries to prescribe you some type of pill saying, this is going to help your acne, yet diet won't, you're putting both things in your body. So why? They both affect acne. You can't have one without the other. You can't say one's going to affect your acne and one isn't. Everything has an effect on your body. Everything you ingest has an effect at a cellular level in your body. It affects your pH levels. It affects your hormone levels. It affects the health and vitality or life force energy of certain organs within the body. It drains energy. Certain foods will drain certain organs, sit in the colon, liver, digestive, intestinal tracts, and slow them down. Everything has an effect. So saying that diet is not related to acne is ludicrous. When you as a quote unquote doctor or medical professional, not health expert, I would say medical professional is a big difference. One's trained in pharmacology, one's trained in nutrition and health. You cannot have both. That's just ridiculous. So basically, in today's video, I'm going to say it again. This is hopefully the last time I have to say it, but I'll probably have to say it again. I do not and will never recommend any antibiotics or pharmaceutical drugs for acne. I don't care how severe, how, whatever type of acne, whatever it is, I don't recommend it. Because there is a holistic way to get rid of your acne naturally, from home, without any of the side effects, and without harming or damaging your body. Now, the other thing I don't understand is if a doctor can prescribe you something like an antibiotic or a pharmaceutical drug, for acne or for anything, what doesn't make sense to me is that your body is not deficient, and let me explain deficient. Deficient, for those of you that don't know, deficient is meaning to lack something, to not have enough of something. So your body's not deficient in pharmaceutical drugs or antibiotics. It's not deficient in those things. Now, it may be deficient in something that can kill bacteria. Maybe there's an herb or something that can kill bacteria, the bad bacteria, but it's not deficient in antibiotics, which kill both the good and bad bacteria, probiotics, and bad bacteria, which causes acne. Probiotics are going to help clear your skin. It's a good bacteria, and antibiotics kill it and destroy it. That's why when someone gets an antibiotic, they see short-term results because it's killing all the bacteria, but then when they get off the antibiotic, their acne comes right back and probably even stronger and worse because their body's bacteria will just really grow then. And that's why you need to balance out the body, not attack it. Your body is not, it's more than a machine. It's a chemical, it's more than a chemical process. That's a big part of it, yes, but you cannot just attack something and expect it to die. And, you're going to be on pharmaceutical drugs and antibiotics for the rest of your life if you think that's a solution and answer. And that's a very low quality, short-lived life, and good luck with that, basically. So at the end of the day, once again, I don't recommend any acne medications, pharmaceuticals, antibiotics, anything like that, because they don't make sense. They don't add up. It's something you're adjusting, it's something you're putting in your body. If diet doesn't affect acne, then antibiotics and pharmaceutical drugs are completely 150,000% useless. Let me say it again. If acne doesn't affect diet, pharmaceutical drugs, antibiotics, all that is 150,000 million trillion bazillion % useless. Because it's the same thing as food. Anything you put in your body, anything you ingest, has an effect on your body at a cellular level, and you can't have one and not have the other. Like it's either both things that put in your body affect your body and your skin, or both don't. They both do something. It's science. It's not rocket science, but it is science. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys understand why I don't recommend acne medications, pharmaceuticals, antibiotics, and I hope if you see this video, you will research further for yourself. You'll not trust one health professional. Don't even trust me. Take what I say, and research it further. I hope you do try some things out because they're safe, natural, and they don't have side effects. And it's a lot safer. And from what I've seen from the people that have viewed my videos and actually tried the Secret Acne Cleanse, Acne Erasing Secrets, and all the things I do recommend, the herbs and the different natural skincare products, they do see more results from my perception. So I recommend you take a look into it, research it further, and try it out if you feel it's right for you. At the end of the day, guys, you have to understand you have an internal GPS, you have an internal guidance system, and you cannot let science or authorities or quote-unquote professionals dictate and tell you how to live your life based on some research that is statistically incorrect based on the fact that it is funded by a company that wants you to buy something. Science isn't science in the medical field. Medical science is so flawed. It's not even funny. Like it's completely backwards. It's slanted towards an opinion because there's an objective to get you to buy a pharmaceutical drug or antibiotic. Period. That is, if you don't believe that, like why do pharmaceutical companies have scientists? All these that's the only reason they have them is to prove that their drug or whatever is good and safe and approved and woo, it's good for you. Woo, take it. It's gonna help you. But they don't want to show you the side effects. They don't want to tell you it's toxic to your body. They don't want to tell you it affects your hormones, your liver, your they don't want to tell you all that stuff. So do your own research. This is my perception. This is my viewpoint. I'm not right. I'm not wrong. I'm neutral. You're neutral. Look it up for yourself. Do your own research. Make your own decisions. follow your own internal guidance. And if you start seeing results with something, follow that path. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, that's incorrect. If you're seeing results, who cares what science or doctors say? If you're seeing results, do what works for you. Forget everything else. It doesn't matter. If you're seeing results, follow your own intuition, follow your heart, follow your bliss. Your gut is there for a reason. It's called gut feeling, heart feeling. Follow your heart, follow your gut. And that will work 9 times out of 10. And do your own research. Please do your own research. That's it for this video. It's kind of a rant today, but I had to get that message across because a lot of people are asking me about certain things. I'm just like, please listen. Hear me out with this message. Please like this video if you learned something from it. If you agree with doing your own research, becoming your own expert. I'm not here to be God. I'm here to teach you how to be a mini. We're all mini gods. We can all be mini gods. Like a mini horse on the Rob Show. You know, something like that. So, have a good day. Take it easy. And like this video. Like, favorite, comment, share. And if this is the first video you've seen of me, you're probably like, this guy is crazy. Check out my other videos. I'm not this crazy usually, but you can pick up the Secret Acne Cleanse report. It's a free report I wrote on my Facebook fan page and the link below. And if you have questions, go to the Facebook fan page and ask them there on the wall so I can answer them and try to help you out as much as I can based on my perception and viewpoint and opinions. And hopefully you'll research further for yourself. So take care and have an awesome rest of the day. Bye.